Happy morning, friends. Thank you for a wonderful response to my series, The Perfect 10. Let's relearn. Today, we will focus on Advanced Excel. Advanced Excel. You may be a little surprised about the today's title. Friends, it's the same Excel, but we are going to learn advanced operations like nested if, lookups. In that, we are going to look into the Vlookup and the Hlookup. Let us understand the basic if function. Here, a condition is evaluated, which is a logical condition. The logical condition turns as true value, then a particular set of statements are executed. If it is false value, a particular set of statements are executed. Let us see with a live example. Here we have a test scores of a set of students, wherein we know that the logic behind a student to be declared as pass or fail is he should score minimum of 35 marks in a particular subject. So here the score is in this D4. So here is the test. D4 is greater than or equal to 35, then he is passed. This comma separator would act as else, and then the next statement, that is fail. If the condition is false, it is fail. If the condition is true, it is pass. Let us see with a live example in Excel. So here is the table. Now the formula goes like this. As usual, it starts with equal to if the bracket. Now D4 is the test score. D4 is greater than or equal to, the condition is 35, you should get 35 marks. Okay, comma, in double quotes, it is the first statement pass if the condition is true, else, that is comma, the double quote, the condition is false, then the next statement, that is fail. Now let us see. Now he has passed. Now only once you have to set the formula for this, and the magic behind Excel is that you just drag it, you will get this result. Now you want to verify this. Yes, here the 20 is the less than 35. Now if you increase that to the next number, see the test is pass. Now this also, if you would like to increase it, you'll get this. So this is how simple if statement is considered. And let's move on to nested if statement. Now here, when you have multiple if statements, that becomes a powerful tool when you are analyzing and manipulating your Excel data. So this is a small example when you can see a multiple if statements. The first if, under this we have a test condition, and then we have a specific result of the out of that. Again we have a separator, and then we have a next if. Similarly, we can see a number of ifs. Now here we need to understand that number of brackets you open, the same number of brackets you need to close here. Started with minus sign, so here it should be is equal to, now see, again it has an error. Let us see where the error is. Error is showing in the bracket. How many brackets it is being open? 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3, a plus plus, yeah, and then the bracket complete. Now we'll get this result. Yes, we have got it. So here writing this complex formula is very important in a very clear syntactical manner. Now as usual, we have to select both and just see the magic of Excel, that is the automation part of it. We'll get the results of focus on Vlookup. So basically it's a function to look up and retrieve the data in a table. When you'd like to pull information from the table, this would be a great solution. Now V stands for vertical, which means the data in the table must be arranged vertically with the data in the rows. The data you want to retrieve, that's the result value, or you can say resulting value, can appear in any of the column to the right side. To get a value from a particular column, simply supply the appropriate number as column index. Now here are the 4 arguments which we need to pass to the Vlookup function. The first is the value you are looking for, that is the lookup value, a specific value which you would like to look into the table. The range of cells that makes up the table, the table array. The number of columns from which to retrieve a result, that is what the column index. Suppose it is column A, B, C. If it is in the C column, then the column becomes the third, that the number index would be 3. The match mode, range lookup, is if it is true, it would be an approximate nearby value, or if it is false, you will get an exact value. So this is the syntax of Vlookup. Vlookup is the keyword, then the value to be searched in, the table, the whole array, the column index, and the range lookup. So these are the arguments value to the first column of the table. Very importantly, the table from which the value is supposed to be retrieved. This is the column index from which particular column you'd like to have, and then the range lookup, which is optional. Now let us see, there is a table here already created with vertical data integration. Here we have to go with is equal to Vlookup. When you type VL, you will get this Vlookup. Now you can see here a syntax Vlookup lookup value. Let us see. This is B11 is my lookup value. Then the table which I am looking for is this. This is the table array which I need to select, comma, then I need to go for the column index. Now what I would like to have, it is in E. Column E is what? 1 2 3 4, fourth column. So let us have 4 as a column index, then comma. Now there are two options available. True if you want an approximate value, that's fine, else you can have an exact match. Let us have an exact, double click on that, exact match, yes, false, and then click on it, yes. Now you'll get this. Now this would be available here. Now that is what vertically it looks up into, it retrieves the specific value which you are looking for. This is, let's move on to the Hlookup. H stands for horizontal search. Basically it searches a value in another table, and if found, return the corresponding value to the of the table in the specified row. So basically it has two different ways. One is range lookup and exact lookup. Range lookup is used when you want to search for ranges. It will look for the nearest minimum value from the first row of the table. Whereas exact lookup, this kind of lookups are used when you need to seek exact value. So this is the syntax wherein you have Hlookup as the keyword, then you have a lookup value, you have a table array, row number, and range lookup. So let us see what is that lookup value. Lookup value is the value to be found in the first row of the table. It can be a number or a text or a cell address. Then we have a table array, that's the whole table wherein we are searching within that table. The row number here is that the table array from which the matching value will be written, that is the row number, and then this is the range lookup. Wherein here it is the logical value which specifies what you exactly want, whether you want an approximate value or if you want a range of a specific or exact value. So this is how exactly is the Hlookup function is executed, wherein this is a table wherein you would like to retrieve information from that, and this is the lookup value you would like to say, you want to see it from the let us see in Excel here is equal to H. When I say HL, it will go for Hlookup. Now when I click here, you can see the lookup value. Lookup value is this define, comma, this is the whole table I would like to have as a table array. Then the row index, in which row it is there, is the second, and then the range is exact, not applicable. The formula seems to be a little wrong here, so we need to understand that we have to pass the formula very correctly. Now here is the correct formula. Now here you can see is equal to Hlookup. Now C1, that is the C1, this is Praful's value. I would like to retrieve, and then the whole table between A1 to D5, and then the second row, which is the value I am looking for, and I want to have an exact value. Once I enter that, I'll get this. Now the magical part of Excel is you just drag it, you will get the rest of the values. So he has a better remark. He is from Maharashtra and his incentives earn is 6%. So this is H. Let's have a quick recap. Nested if else is used for data manipulation and analysis in Excel. Vlookup is an Excel function to look up and retrieve data from a specific column in a table. Hlookup searches for a value in a row. Friends, do subscribe my channel, never miss a video. Do like my videos. Thank you for patience watching. For further details and any doubts, please feel free to communicate with me at service2009@gmail. My cell number is 8217666689.